This morning for you on Daybreak, a community works together to help lower suicide numbers in Arkansas.
And we'll tell you which lanes of Highway 65 are scheduled to close in the final phase of the rebuild project.
Also an update on the medical marijuana applications that are coming for Missouri. We'll have some totals for you and more this morning for you here on Daybreak.
Well, good morning and thanks for waking up with us. It is Thursday, September 5th. I'm Lauren Barnes.
And I'm Joe Morano. A lot to get to over the course of these next 2 hours. Of course, mainly talking about still nice out there.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking if I'll have time to go to the pool today. That was one of my first thoughts as soon as I woke up.
Yeah, it's still pool days if your pool's still open. That's key to know.
I need to check that first, yeah.
I watched them drain my pool yesterday
in
tears with my heart broken. I was like literally just watching summer slip away from me while it's still 90 outside.
You jinxed it because you talked about it on air.
I know. I went out there yesterday all ready to go for the pool, and I was like, oh no, there's only half of the water in there.
Oh boy. Not great at all, because if you do have access to the pool, it's still pretty good out there for the next couple of days, right?
They could have left it open for another week. Guys, listen to my forecast.
We'll help you get over it, don't worry.
It's going to be summery all week. We're still starting out pretty warm. We had that front come through. Some of us feel better, but not all of us. It's 70 degrees in Springfield right now. We've got some mostly clear skies, east and southeast winds at 3 miles per hour. That dew point is at 65 in Springfield, so a little bit sticky. What happened is our front got stuck in southwest Missouri, so it's cooler and nicer up to the north and east by about 15 degrees cooler in Rolla, and not all that different to the south and west. So we're starting out at 58 degrees in Rolla, very nice and cool, but it's 70 in Springfield and 70 in Monette. Dew points are in the upper 50s and lower 60s to the north and east. Again, feeling more comfortable here, very muggy, lower 70s to the south and west. So you can see that difference here on the muggy meter map. Feels great in Rolla, still feels oppressive in Bentonville because we kind of got split a little bit with this front. Dry roads through the day today. We're looking at some green light conditions. We'll be hot and humid for everyone by dismissal again. 90 degrees. We'll feel closer to 100. Hot and humid. Dress the kids light, especially if they don't have AC in school. Isolated storm chances in the 7-day. Mostly a quiet week. Plus an update on Hurricane Dorian coming up in 10 minutes.
Starting off this hour, letting you know, community leaders in Arkansas are coming together in a suicide prevention effort called Let's Talk About It.
Our Hannah Zettel joins us with the details behind a message of help and hope.
Well, good morning, Lauren and Joe. Suicide is the top 20 leading cause of violent death. Last year, the state of Arkansas recorded 254 homicides compared to 547 suicides. Kicking off the campaign Wednesday was Arkansas Secretary of Veteran Affairs, who says prevention is actually a combination of efforts to reach people in need long before they think about acting.
You don't know what tomorrow will bring as a veteran, as a teenager, as a 78-year-old, as a 34-year-old. But you're going to have the resilience and the hope and the faith that tomorrow will be better than today.
He also added the state needs to combine its efforts in seeking those in need from early education all the way to adulthood and into the later years of life. Of course, a reminder for anyone who's going through tough times, there are resources available to help. The National Suicide Prevention Lifeline has a 24/7 free and confidential phone line. You're looking at the number right now. You can call or text them 1-800-237-TALK.
All right, Hannah Zettel, thank you for that. We also have a traffic alert to bring you. While you may be happy that Highway 65 southbound is back open, who's not, right? We're not in the clear just yet. Now Highway 65 northbound will be closing tonight at midnight. MoDOT says the project will have the northbound side of 65 closed from Highway 60 to Sunshine, and it'll last until September 20th at the latest. MoDOT also says the biggest impact on traffic will be for commuters from Ozark and Branson. In addition to slower traffic, there may also be slower response times from first responders. We talked with Logan Rogersville Fire Protection District about those times.
30 seconds to a minute, and we're not talking anything that's going to affect life-saving deals, because we're just going about a mile and a half to get to the three-lane roads.
Hopefully we can get it open quicker for them. I know we're having a major impact to Logan Rogers because we do have crossovers closed going all the way to J&N.
Both men say to find a different route right now. If you need help doing that, you can find some different options on our website, ozarksfirst.com.
Ways to improve Springfield are being heard over the next couple of months, and the government took ideas from residents yesterday about it during the first Forward SGF meeting. Residents from around town were able to give their ideas on the city's comprehensive plan, which would turn into a blueprint for the city's future. The majority of the meeting was a workshop where residents identified their chief concerns and assets and priorities.
We would like to see some of the properties upgraded and have those addressed more easily. We want more sidewalks in the neighborhood.
The center of the city normally goes into decline over a period of decades, and that's where our neighborhoods are. So if we can improve our neighborhoods, then the city as a whole will prosper.
The city government to change to where they care as much about the residents and the quality of life of everybody in the city as much as the developers and the business people making money.
However, some residents also gave a different viewpoint at this meeting last night.
I hope it's just not a place for people to come and feel like they've been heard.
Great opportunity for people to come in and express the things that they want to see change.
It's just really important to get a wide cross-section of people and ages and viewpoints here.
The next two meetings for Forward SGF are both today, 2 o'clock at the city's planning studio and 6 o'clock at Kickapoo High if you'd like to attend.
It's your right to know this morning. Our partners at the Springfield News Leader report over the next 3 years, you're going to start seeing a change in police vehicles in Springfield. The department has decided on an all SUV fleet instead of some sedans. Right now, it's split about 50-50. The remainder of the sedan patrol cars will be replaced by 2023 as they wear down from high usage. Major Vance Holland says the decision on SUVs is partially because Ford stopped making the Police Interceptor sedan. But also, there's more room for an officer's gear. They have increased visibility and better performance in the winter. As for the price, the SUVs are about $2 grand more than the sedans and are actually faster than Dodge Chargers. The department uses property tax revenue to buy new cars.
The Springfield Me Too chapter is calling for Greene County Judge Calvin Holden to resign. In a Facebook post, the group claims Judge Holden is known for giving, quote, lenient sentences to those convicted of sexual crimes. The post highlights examples of rape convictions that turned into probations instead of jail time. Me Too says that's unacceptable and wants Judge Holden to be removed. The group is collecting signatures as well that will be submitted to Missouri lawmakers.
A campaign to get Medicaid expanded in Missouri began yesterday in hopes of bringing the issue to the 2020 ballot. Healthcare for Missouri has started collecting signatures, and those are needed to get the issue on the ballot. Right now, Missouri Medicaid covers kids, pregnant women, people with disabilities, and some seniors. The expansion could provide coverage to an additional 200,000 Missourians.
An exceptionally large number of businesses have applied to become medical marijuana cultivation, dispensary, and manufacturing facilities in Missouri, according to the Department of Health. Over 2,100 applications have come in since August 19th. Half of those are for dispensary facilities. We haven't been given the names and locations of the applications yet, but that information is going to be released in the coming weeks. In fact, only a limited amount of facilities will be chosen to open up shop in the Ozarks. The director of the Department of Health says he greatly appreciates the interest to provide medical marijuana and raise funds to serve our veterans.
Still ahead for you this morning, the U.S. and China have a date set for their 13th round of trade negotiations.
That's right. President Trump also changes a rule regarding light bulbs. We'll explain in your Money Watch coming up next.
From Color 10 Ozarks First, Lauren Barnes, Joe Morano, and weather with meteorologist Alisa Raffa. This is Color 10 News Daybreak.